What's up, everybody? It's your boy from Shock and the Nice. It's Hedgehog here with our RGI Week 5 Team Builder here, going against Rid Gaming, aka the Glamscale Glamours. Rid, I think, is right now doing decently well. I think if he loses to us, he could be facing near knockout from playoff contention. And I would always be that. I always hate being that type of guy that does knock a person out of playoffs. Like we obviously have done that with Silvco. We actually with our last two opponents. More so the team with the rain team. Just because of the fact I hate being that guy that just took away a possibility for someone to do something. You know. Excuse me. But if we gotta do it to Red, then we gotta do it to Red too. But thing is, Red's team is scary. It's very hard to play with. But if you guys are excited for this battle, this team builder, though, leave a like if you're already subscribed if you're new. Join the first Shocker crew today because you're feeling with the crew. And I don't want to be saying anything right now, but I plan on getting something that's going to make these team builders. Plan to make some future content amazing for you guys, and I'm really hoping I get it this year. If not, it might not be for a while. Who knows? But lastly, let's just get into the team builder. I'll go into more depth if I get it for Christmas, which obviously as you can see, I'm recording this just in basically an hour and a half away before Christmas. So want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Obviously, when this video goes up, it's probably not going to be uploaded until probably the new year. But for right now, I want to wish you all just a Merry Christmas. Hopefully, everyone had great holiday this year. I'm hoping for me to be good. But overall, I'm just happy to have the celebration of Christmas just in general, which is great. But Rid's team, he's got Latios, Heracross, Togekiss, Nidoking, Magmortar, Empoleon, Dusknoir, Donphan, Crawdon, and Vileplume. A lot of big fan favorites of this, like fan favorites of obviously Heracross, Togekiss, and Dusknoir. Big fans of those mons. I love those mons. I think in a Gen 4 format, they're definitely going to be some of the most great offensive mons, even though certain Pokemon was poltergeist. But overall, I think this team is very scary. There's only like two mons in this team I think are guaranteed not going to come up. I don't think we're going to see Crawdon. I don't think Crawdon matches up against my team really that well. Like Crawdon, don't get me wrong, I can respect the power Crawdon has against my team. Problem is, Crawdon is dirt slow. If Crawdon was faster, I'm not lying to you guys. This Pokemon could be like because honestly, I think a lot of people value Crawdon sometimes as tier 2, which I think is a little too high for it. But sometimes people value it more as realistically as a tier 3. This thing could jump to tier 2, possibly tier 1 if that speed increase comes up. And let me kind of just explain why. Because of the fact that the speed tier of this is 55. If this was at least, like, say, 75 like Dracovish, this thing honestly would be a debate between tier 1 and tier 2, especially if it kept all the moves like Dragon Dance and stuff like that. It could be way up there and everything. Let me know in the comment section below if Crawdon got base 75 speed tier like Dracovish and still kept the options to do Dragon Dance. Would you put Crawdon as a tier 1 Pokemon or a tier 2 Pokemon? Let that be the common question of the day. I think I might start doing common questions of the day on team builders and not the actual battle. Just actually there's decent discussion. But anyways, to the team. Again, I don't see in Vileplume. I have way too many good mons. I have two Psychic types, a Flying type, a Steel type to just walls Vileplume. Like I think I have just way too many good options to Vileplume that he can't really bring. Like I said, Crawdon can come. Excuse me. But again, I have a lot of coverage for Crawdon, and there's just nothing I think he can realistically do with Crawdon against me. I think Sash Crawdon would just be a waste of bring. I think an SD 3 attack set could be really good. Dragon Dance 3 attack set could be really good. There's just a lot of things I think there still can be done with Crawdon. I just don't think it's good. I do think there's a possibility we could see Donphan. Donphan could definitely be very annoying defensively against my team. But with the team I'm going to be bringing, Donphan's going to be really not be that good. But I think Donphan can overall still be a bit of a nuisance, especially with being just a hazard setter and also a route mover potentially. So there's that. And I do think Dusknoir also has a very strong chance to come because if he does bring Dusknoir, he has something that's actually a good normal resist. Because outside of that, besides his Empoleon, he really doesn't, and technically a little bit of Dusknoir, doesn't really have a normal resist on his team. Excuse me. And I really just like the clear offensive pressuring that we have in this matchup overall. And I think Dustin Ward could still be a possibility. But the main six, I think Gladios makes a lot of sense. Speed here outspeeds a good chunk of the team, actually, which is very scary. He does have great, crazy cover options. Now, yes, shouldn't be too scared of special Latios, but mixed Latios can definitely be. And even if he brings full physical, that could also be very terrifying. Heracross, I think, potentially could be Guts or Scarf Moxie. Togekiss is standard to see kind of more towards a physically defensive set with Roost and T-Fog. I do think it could be Roost Nasty Plot and just dual stab, which can really hit my team for super effective to neutral damage. I think Nidoking is 100% going to either be Life Orb or Choice Scarf in this matchup, just because Nidoking offensive stabs just really hit hard against the team. I think Magmar comes, Magmortar I should say. Magmortar is relatively decently good in this matchup. It can do a lot of good work. If it comes, it could potentially be Choice Scarf in this matchup. So it could also be Pasho, it could be Shuka, just a lot of things it can do. And it could also possibly just be Specs if it wants to be a breaker in this matchup as well. And I do think Empoleon could be his rocker and his stiff defogger, just because it's a really good mon overall. And dual stab could just really good on it. Or it could be Rocks Roar, Defog Roar, one of the two. If you're going to put Rocks on Nidoking, which definitely is very viable on Nidoking if he can do them in this matchup. Just overall, I think this is going to be a very annoying team to have to kind of play around with, but I think we have a decent chance to win this matchup. As obviously you can see from this recording, I have not played against Drake yet, and it looks like we will not likely be playing that until most likely Sunday or Monday, one of the very two. So there was that. But looking at the team we have brought for you guys this week, we're kicking it off with Azul here, and I'm going to be very much risking it here with the Culverberry, but I kind of have my reasons behind it. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, there's a part of me that thinks either I run the Tangaberry or the Culverberry. I might switch this, who knows? But the reason why I say knock with Culverberry is that if he's Guts Heracross and he wants to not click Mega Horn, because obviously he knows knockoff could be the play, um, I would rather take the gamble of being not knocked off. But again, there's just that part of me that just thinks it's better. It's probably not better. I'm gonna go back and forth and think about it. But for right now, let's just say this. Also, if he does bring Chronon, this is another reason why you have it. Nasty Plot 3 attack set really just goes in, and the set we have here literally just shuts down everything on his team, which is really nice. I really think I think also this is also really good. Actually, you know what this could be good for? This could be potentially good for a Sucker Punch physical Life Orb set potentially of Nidoking, which is also really good there. So really nice there. So again, if he's Scarf Knockoff, we can kind of play around Scarf Knockoff at that point in time then. So there is that. So I'm really hoping Azel puts in good work. Azel has been decently good for us this season with that, and I just think overall it's going to be a really good mon. I really hope to have some good success within this matchup and hopefully be able to do some good things. Up next, it's good, reliable, man. I mean, if you can't stop running it, you run it. Bringing offensive with a little bit of defensive investments. There we go. Holy crap! I cannot speak English. With our Staraptor this week, again, it's gonna be pretty much reckless offensive. I've never really been spamming reckless as much. I've been always in the play that kind of puts intimidate a lot of the time for my mons. But I've been really respecting the offense of the JB light of the not JB, well it is also JB and the Shaquaza lifestyle of just click buttons, and that's what Staraptor does. I actually might not gonna lie, might think of a team that mostly clicks buttons and make Shaquaza proud. You guys who don't know, I actually got to play against Jake Quazza, and he's an amazing guy, dude. Makes really good yeah, makes good commentary and stuff. And if you want to laugh, he's the man to make you laugh. But with this set, we kind of just spam attacks. Now, the reason I have Facade there is just in case of that Dusknoir comes and it burns me. I want him to think being burned cripples me. I really want him to think, excuse me, being burned will cripple me. I really want him to think that. Because if I make him think that, then that's going to be really good. I don't think he's expecting Facade Staraptor at all. So if I can make Facade Staraptor work, and plus it gives me a safe failsafe attack to kind of spam against my opponent, but also would definitely reveal that he can't just freely status my team, which I think is another good thing too. is that he has to be careful with trying to set statuses, try to do this and that. Just overall something he's got to be very, very careful about, which I think is really, really good. Staraptor though can really do well in this matchup. Also, sorry if you see random clicks. My cats don't always. My cats always love to do this, where they just click on my hand when I click stuff and rub their bodies against it. We're bringing again kind of the standard Manaphy set. We're not really bringing Manaphy and doing Manaphy justice as my first overall pick. I might need to think about potentially dropping Manaphy. I'll see if anyone wants to trade for it, and then see if I can pick up a decent, better water type maybe. But Manaphy has just not been doing the work I've had success with Manaphy before. I think. Do you think a part of the reason why is because of the Z moves with Water Z and stuff like that? So, whew, I do feel a bit of the blame is on me as well, that I have not been trying to experiment as much. Just I think some of the sets just work as they go work as they go in some ways. Also, the speed I didn't talk about. The speed with Azov we outspeed, max speed Latios we outspeed everything on his team. Zaraptor with the speed we outspeed Nidoking and Heracross, and same thing with Manaphy and just a random bulk and we are running Shadow Ball, not Energy Ball. And the reason why I'm going to run Shadow Ball is just so I can hit the Latios. Shadow Ball can still hit Empoleon. And I know I'm technically taking a bit of a gamble with that as well, with Defiant Empoleon. But again, Empoleon cannot touch this set unless it's physical with Drill Peck. Otherwise, it can't do anything against my team, which is really good. But I expect that to potentially be Roar and Polion, so definitely have to be very careful about that if I get my setup going and put him in range to where he can just straight up die. But my cat could stop rubbing against my thing here, my hand. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm sorry, yes. Our bringing agility 3 attacks Porygon Z. Porygon has been really kind of popping off for us, being that late game sweeper that we need to kind of just click buttons with and just get some KOs there. Agility, Tri Attack, Thunderbolt, and Dark Pulse. I only have Dark Pulse on there just as a fail safe to hit the Dusknoir if it possibly comes there. So again, I really, really kind of need to make sure I have something for Dusknoir because again, there's a good possibility that Pokemon could come. But agility 3 attacks honestly just kind of wins. Like, not even kidding you. There are potential chances that these could live max modest adaptability tri attacks. But again, chance now tri attack would be kind of a scary thing hitting a Heracross because if it lives and it's scarfed with guts and gets status, unless it is freeze, it doesn't. It can scare me. Oh my god, excuse me, guys. Sorry. Um, Porygon Z, I think, just overall is going to be a very good mod for this team. I think it's going to be really, really good, and I'm really looking forward to see how Porygon Z can do well in this matchup. Up next, this is a bit of a weird pick. I understand, but I think it makes sense once you think about it. Leg Dig, the Hitmonlee here, kind of just gets to do it. If I can get a bulk up for free, if I can get a bulk up for free and get my white herb to pop, before his Empoleon, it'd be really good. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I am fully expecting either leftovers or Chople Berry on the Empoleon. And the reason why I say that is because if he is Chople Berry, he lives my attack, he roars me, my Unburden is useless. So I'm running Earthquake on this set because of the fact that Earthquake is so much better. Now, bulk up is a little bit of a risk. I think some would be better with something like Lychee Berry or something like that to get the attack raise. But I just don't know, man. It is one of those Pokemon that I'm not feeling the most confident with, but everything else on my team really doesn't match well. I really, really wanted to bring Sneasel this week, but this Sneasel's matchup just does not do a lot of justice. I think it has to be locked into a move this week. I feel like SD can't work with the fact that they're scarves. I would probably have run Scarf Sneasel if I brought it, and I don't think Scarf Sneasel makes a lot of sense for my opponent's team. Up next, we kind of been bringing the exact same set, except for the fact that we brought, I think it was Calm Mind last time in one of our games. We've been just kind of bringing a standard, just nasty flat offensive Celebi, and I mean, when you look at his team and you look Celebi, Celebi just kind of does, man. Yeah, we do have Ancient Powerhouse that'll move just to kind of, if we can get the boost against the Togekiss and the, the Tornado, not Tornado, Magmortar, I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it. We're relatively defensive with, again, enough speed to outspeed the Heracross, plus the, one thing, this is what I also would love to have Tangaberry on. But again, I mean, if anything, I force him to have to be Mega Horn and then get something in for free to get a kill, or force in something and just do some damage. So I think once we see the Heracross, we have to immediately see after our turn if it's guts or if it's not. If it's not guts, it's 100% Moxie with a choice scarf, 100%. So that's something to very much look out for. But I think Celebi can put in a lot of good work this week. Again, Ancient Power is there to most likely check the Magmortar, but also helps checking Togekiss a little bit for extra chip damage. While Togekiss does have to be careful that it can't just really switch in on this. I definitely kind of want to go Magnezone this game, but Magnezone just did not match up well against like a couple of things on his team, especially with like just the good coverage he has on his team with 3 Mons. I just don't think it was worth it. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Join the first record crew today because you be further looking at the crew. And hopefully we pick up a W. Hopefully we're going to this matchup with a 3-1 record. If not, we're going to this game with a 2-2 record, a new potential chance to keep fighting for playoffs. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Until next time, guys.